Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe out there. I'm just going to be talking about my way and how I do it and all of that. And since I rely a lot on grow lights, and although they can be pretty expensive, stay tuned for the end of the video for a small but fun giveaway for you guys. Let's get started with this topic because it's going to be quite a good one and a long one and a all over the place one. And like I already mentioned before, I strictly rely on my grow lights. Now let me explain why. I made a huge mistake of bringing my succulents outside back I think in April. It was really crazy. I remember it was before Mother's Day because I made a Facebook post about it and everyone was talking about how they take their succulents after Mother's Day because of the frost that we have here in Illinois, and it ended up snowing one of those days and I had already taken out my succulents. Thankfully they were in a greenhouse and they were okay, but ever since then I kind of was like iffy about taking all of my succulents outside. But at one point I did, and I kept them in my greenhouse, and then ended up getting heat burn and so much more, and it ended up killing so many of my beautiful plants, and I'm still mad about it because I lost some pretty ones, and I'm actually still have one that's here that I'll show you right away that's still kind of in the recovery process from it. And this is actually a Graptovaria Donna, I think. This one was gifted to me by my favorite Megan, or Meg, from PastelSucculents. And I've done quite a few different videos on her. You can actually see me unboxing this particular plant with another few ones in the video. I'll have it linked in the description, and then I'll also link it here on this video. But this one again got some of that heat damage. Some of its tips got burnt, and it's kind of finally growing out of it, but even then it still has burnt tips. So that's a pretty good example of heat damage. So my issue and my reasoning for using my grow lights and depending on them is because I can control the temperature per se in my bedroom or in my basement, but I can't really control the temperature outdoors. So that's why I don't really bring my plants outside. But I do have actually a few succulents outdoors. Those are doing fantastic. Those are loving the heat, they're loving the sun, they're loving it, and they're doing great. Can't really burn your succulents with grow lights. I feel like most succulents burn from heat, if that makes sense. I give my succulents about, let's see, so they get like 9-8 hours of light. Sometimes even more. I know that the ones in my basement, I sometimes leave them on for 2 days straight and they don't have a problem with it. And there'll be days where I accidentally forget to turn on my grow lights and I'll be gone the whole day because I'll be at work. And so I end up not turning them on at night because I'm not going to sleep with grow lights since they're in my bedroom. But this is some sort of Echeveria, I think. And this guy started its new growth up here pretty good because I kept this under the grow lights for a week and a half, but then I ended up neglecting it again and I kept it, under my grow lights, which is kind of bad. But there was a good amount of time where it wasn't even in light. It was under my bed. I know, gross, and it grew all of that. And this is a very perfect example of an elongating succulent. And this is just not a healthy succulent. Something else that I've noticed is that the leaves will kind of curl down, and that makes it hard to replant it in a pot because then it's kind of like in the way. So I removed the bottom leaves. This one's a little bit dehydrated, but when I first replanted this, it was a little bit, like more leaves on it. And here we have those leaves that I removed, and they're not really doing anything, but we're trying to propagate them here. But this is a very good example of a succulent that needs more sun. Here's another one that I can show you guys. This was gifted to me by, I don't know how to say her name brand, BosSuccies. I'm not quite sure. I'll link her in the description below. I also did an unboxing from her live sale on Instagram. She also has an Etsy. I'll link her links in the description below, but as well as the unboxing video here on this video. But I believe this is a Echeveria Titubens. I'm not quite sure, or Graptovaria, I don't even know. This is one of those, little freebies that she has here and there, and it was elongated from the start, from when I received it here. And you guys can totally see that. This was just stretching out for sun, and it just wasn't doing too well. But now that it's been under the grow lights, do you guys see all that new growth and how compact it is? That is a healthier succulent, healthier growth, and I'll probably end up chopping it down a little bit, propagating it, and I'll totally do a separate video for you guys about how to propagate or fix fix, I guess, elongated succulents. And if you guys want to watch that sooner or later, comment that down below and I'll definitely do that for you guys. But yeah, this is just, you know, one of those examples. Another quick example that your succulent needs more light is that the leaves will start getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and so will that growth. It'll just keep getting smaller. And I'm not sure if you guys can notice it here. These leaves at the bottom, they're a lot bigger than the new ones, and that's just because it lacked that nutrient of the sun, so lost some of that nutrients. Here I'll show you this guy. Perfect example of a succulent that is doing very well with light. I'll insert a picture here because I can't actually show you, otherwise it'll tip and fall. But this guy I got off of Instagram from Thrifted Succulent, and one of her live sales as well. And it's also in the description somewhere, a video, because I also did an unboxing for those succulents. And I'll link that in the description along with Thrifted Succulents Etsy shop and Instagram shop. But anyways, this succulent, it's getting its pink tips and it's just doing so well. And this is just definitely needing to stay where it is because it's getting enough sunlight. And I guess I haven't really answered the question of how much sunlight do succulents actually need. And that's a tough one. I don't actually have a quick answer for that because succulents kind of honestly tell you themselves whether they need more sun or not. So that's kind of a hard one. And it's probably not the answer you guys were looking for, but it's just going to be, that's the best I'm going to be able to tell you guys. I can tell you guys all about my own experiences. Like, I've had succulents go all winter without any sunlight. I'm telling you, without any sunlight. Probably like 2 minutes of sunlight from when I would open my garage door, and that's about it. And I still have some of those. Where? I'm actually not sure if I have one here. Or like I'm trying to say right now is I've had succulents go all winter without any sunlight and they were doing just fine. Another thing is I have cactuses, two particularly, that went without any sun. I'll tell you that. I am bad with succulents and cacti. And they're doing just fine. Now they're getting their light they need. So I guess I am continuing to not answer this question, and that is because it truly just depends on your succulent and the amount of sunlight. I mean, if you take your plants outside, they're gonna be fine because they're just in their natural habitat. You know, the sun, they just kind of adapt to the situation. I've never really kept my succulents under a windowsill, so I can't really tell you much about that. Honestly, just move your succulents around your whole house. Have one here, have one there, have one there. Find the window that has the most light. But now for the little giveaway, you guys. Hopefully you guys have been waiting for this. I love doing giveaways, particularly plant giveaways. But today, since we're talking about succulent lights, I have a little bit of an extra one of these guys. And this is a grow light from Home Depot. Where did that come from? A succulent leaf. Wow, I swear they'd be popping out from nowhere and they're raining all the time. In my bedroom, it rains succulent leaves. Hey guys, so it's the day after and I'm ready to upload this video, and I realized I did not explain to you guys how to enter this mini little grow light giveaway. Now I have created a Google's form. It asks a few questions and whatnot, and I try to make it as easily available to enter as possible because I know some people don't have Instagram accounts, some people don't have Facebook accounts, so I'm pretty sure everyone has a Google account or at least a Google email, so that's pretty much the main thing that you need to be able to enter. So I'll leave that Google Docs form in the description below. This giveaway will probably end at the end of August. I didn't really think this out. At August 31st it'll end, so about like 2-3 weeks. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Bye.